Hi, welcome everybody, it's Mike Newton down here at Latham Golf Academy. I'm going to have a little work on my own game here. Now I've just done a recent video, I think it was a head-to-head, a ping against a Callaway, I think it was, and my ball striking wasn't up to scratch. And I think many of you will see through my videos my tendency on my ball striker with drivers to hit it low in that club face, and obviously that isn't great for trying to control spin, and one of the big reasons as to why maybe my smash factor is down a little bit, but also why I struggle to get the spin number down to where I want it, especially for my sort of speed, because I generate a bit of speed but I need to control that spin number, and that's a lot to do with the strike location. So I'm going to actually have a little work on my game. Now this doesn't happen often because obviously I'm busy coaching fitting, doing a few videos, but actually getting a chance to work on my own game is very few and far between. So I'm going to just sort of take you through the journey. I'm just going to have some sessions here, just working through swing, hitting some shots, trying some different things, using HMT here to track strike, and maybe see how that alters spin number and obviously distance numbers as well. And I'll talk you through a little bit as to what I'm sort of trying to do to change those. I'm going to use an M3 driver here. I've got this in a tensile white in an X. So again, it's fairly low spin characteristics. I've got the weights forward, so that's helping me as well. But really going to sort of work on my technique, actually delivering the club into the golf ball. Now, one of the big things I feel like I don't do great is in my setup. I feel like I have a bit of a stretch to that golf ball. So you can imagine, the further I'm away from that golf ball, the harder it is possibly to hit that ball higher up the club face, and the tendency to be a little bit more lower in that strike pattern. So what I'm going to do, maybe to start with, I'm going to move myself slightly close to the ball, which to me feels like I'm just going to hit off that heel each time here. Okay, but I'm just going to try and stand a tiny bit close to it, and then I want to try and use the ground a little bit more here, and have a little bit of a thought of just trying to sort of feel like I can push up a little bit and turn through as I'm pushing up through the ball, to try and get this club to travel a little bit more on that upwards sort of blow. So maybe trying to get this angle of attack maybe nearer to sort of 3 degrees on the way up, because I know that's going to help me to control my spin a little bit, and hopefully I can try and get that strike a little bit higher in the club face. So what I'm going to have a thought of here is approaching the ball a little bit closer, a little bit nearer to that golf ball, and then I'm going to try and, as I start the downswing, feel like I just have a little squat here as I start the downswing, and I'm going to feel like I'm going to push up, and I'm going to feel like the handle of the club travels upwards through the golf ball. Okay, we're going to give that one a go first and see how that changes numbers, if anything. So I'm going to feel a little bit close to that golf ball. This feels like I'm really close here. Okay, give this first one a hit. Okay, not a bad strike. I blocked that, so that's a bit of a push out to the right there. We'll have a look at some numbers on that particular shot there. So 265, 289, it's gone quite a long way right there. Spin was lower there. Let's just get some numbers up. We'll have a look at that one in a little bit more detail. Right, so let's have a quick look at that first one there. So 157 ball speed there. So it wasn't my fastest club head speed, but also I'm trying to do something different in my swing here. So we don't always see max speed. Speed's something we can drip in at a later date here. Launch around that sort of 12-degree mark. This is good. So spin 2.2. That's very different for me. That's good. If we can get it around that 2.2, if anything sub 2,000, I know I'm in a good sort of area. Now, obviously, I've missed that a long way right there, so I've not quite squared the face up. So we'll have a look at the details of delivery here. So, all right, that's good. I like that. Okay. So I think, again, we're going back to that video I've just done recently. You'll see my strikes were all sort of this bottom section here, really low in the club face, and struggled to get it anywhere under sort of 3,000 in terms of that spin. So attack's good, 2 up, pleased with that. Path really good. Now obviously that one there, I've just not quite synced up the face there. So as I'm making that different movement, I've not quite squared the face up. 4 open, that's why the ball's gone a long way to the right. Okay, so that wasn't a bad start there. Quite pleased with those numbers, obviously apart from the face being open and it going about 60 yards right of target. So I'm going to try and do a similar sort of thing here, and obviously just try and work that club face a little bit squarer here. So as I say, a little bit closer into that ball. Does feel really close, and as I say, it feels like I'm going to hit heel here, but that was a really good strike, that last one. And then I'm just going to feel that sort of turn and feel that handle travel upwards into this golf ball. Let's give this next one a hit. Okay, again, it's just a little bit right. Great strike, really solid strike there. Okay, that's a better distance. I mean, that's gone over 300 there, 302, which is good. Ball speed 159, spin at 2,200, it's consistent. So let's look at that one for a little bit more detail. Okay, so second one there, so a little bit more ball speed, similar sort of launch, exactly the same spin number there, which is good, pleased with that, keeping that down there, which is good for me. Touch more carry there because I got a little bit more ball speed. Bit of a straighter goal shot as well, so still a little bit right, but not as much. 302 yards, so that was better. So again, we'll look at the strike pattern location. Brilliant. Okay, that's good. It's up that into that sort of centre section. I think if I can get that one up here, it's just a different level again. So 3.2 up. So I'm changing my attack here. Pass still quite good too from the inside. Pleased with that. Again, just left that face a little bit more open there. So just need to try and get this club face going to just try and hit target a little bit more. But some better numbers there for me. Okay, so we're getting closer here now. I'm liking the numbers, I'm liking the strike location, higher up the club face. And I just feel like I need to try and get his club face just to rotate a little bit and just try and get this, obviously these shots a little bit straight. That's the only element I'm just sort of missing here now. So let's give this one a hit. So again, I'm going to feel that little bit closer at address. And I'm just going to feel I'm going upwards. I'm going to try and get his club face to sort of really rotate here now. Let's see if I can get this one going straighter. That was nice. That's definitely a straighter shot. It's a very high ball flight. I'm used to that coming out lower, but you can imagine if my angle of attack's more down, much straighter there. 304, which is good. Just look at that spin number there. 2,400. That might not quite have been as high in the face there, but what I was just sort of saying that's a very high ball flight. Now I've got 9.5. I've always played 9.5. But you can imagine I was a little bit more level with my angle of attack and then striking it low in the face. That ball just come out lower. So to me it always looked a nice flight. I think anybody hits that flight, it always looks quite powerful. That flight is very different. It's very much up there, but spinning less, okay, which is where the carry sort of comes from. So as I'm hitting more up on it, I'm delivering more dynamic loft. That's going to get this ball launched a little bit higher. Let's have a look at those numbers. Right, so last one there, 111 again, 160, touch more ball speed here, which is good. Very consistent on that launch here, so I must be controlling strike quite well. Spin just a tiny bit more than the other two, but again in that lower category for me, this is so good. So averaging now at 2.3, which is good. Again, I'd love to get one in that 1900 sort of mark, 1800 sort of mark, and I'll see at least another 10 yards on these tee shots here. But this is good. This is some nice sort of numbers here. Now let's again look at a little bit more detail in the strike. I'm interested to see. Ooh, right, a fraction low of middle. Okay, now a fraction. Okay, I don't mind that too much. I want to see it more top side of that yellow box if I can. 4.2 attack on the way up. Good. Pass very consistent again. 2.8 from that inside. And face now just a tiny bit open here. So we're seeing some nicer sort of shots and smashes getting better here now at 145. This is looking good. Right, so we're going to hit one more shot here. I'm really going to try and get this attack going for upwards and just see if I can strike this a tiny bit higher. I just feel if I can get that high side of that centre, I'm getting that spin in that 1900 sort of mark. Okay, but I'm really liking the numbers I'm getting at the moment. It's much, much better than what I'm used to. Let's give this one a hit. So again, a bit close to the ball. I'm going to feel this handle coming up as I'm coming into this golf ball. Ah, absolutely button that. That's in the air for a long, long time. Wow. 315. That's felt incredible. Yeah, spin at 2,100. So it wasn't as low as I thought. I thought that was going to be a 1800 spin there. It wasn't, but great. Absolutely straight, long hitting golf shot. And that did feel a little bit high in the face, but let's go and have a look at those strike pattern. Right, so this last one here, so 112, nearly 113, so you can see I'm sneaking a bit of club head speed as I'm pushing off the ground here, using the ground a little bit more and getting the handle travelling up. I'm sneaking a bit of club head speed, and that's translating to some ball speed, so I'm hoping this strike is going to be pretty good again. It felt pretty decent. Launching around that 12 mark, so really consistent on all these launches here. You can see all within sort of half a degree of differences there. So that tells me strikes in the face. I think what you'll see on my other videos, I had a lot of 8 degree, 9 degree launches. So as my attacks level, I strike it low, it pushes that ball out really low. Last one, 2-1 spin, tiny little bit of draw, really neutral on the ball flight, which is great. Descending in at 35, pretty optimum there. Carrying 287, running out 314. Right, so let's have a little look at that strike. There we go, that's a good strike. Liking that, really good. 3.7 up, so there's me using the ground. I'm getting the handle travelling up, that's getting the head travelling more up. 2.3 on the inside again, very consistent. Tiny bit open the club face, because it's a slight toe strike. A little bit of right to left spin on that. Smashed pretty decent again. Really enjoying those numbers. Right, okay, so I really enjoyed doing that, and I'm glad I've just shared that little process through with you guys there. So I've just taken account from what the strikes I got from that latest video there. I was really quite disappointed with those, and I've seen a pattern through my videos and as I'm hitting shots. And again, I don't do a lot of practice on it, well, if any practice. A little few shots here and there in between lessons, and that's about it. An odd time on the golf course, but very rare. So I always see that pattern of that low in the face, and I feel it just obviously gets that spin up a little bit more. So I just had some thoughts there, just get myself a little bit close, because I always feel like I'm away. I just felt like I'm going to use that ground, and the sort of image I've got here is Rory McIlroy, and I think he does this really well. Is you see Rory really using the ground, so you see him as he starts his downswing, it looks like he has that little sort of squat there as he starts his downswing, and you see him come through and pack, and there's a real push up off the ground. Really uses that ground, and obviously he hits very up those big high sort of draw shots, and obviously hits the ball a very long way. But for me, distance is the byproduct of a better delivery, and we've seen that there. So as I get that delivery going more up, I can get that strike pattern better in that club face. I've not hit one low in the face there, I've hit them all in that right area, and that's controlled my spin number. So my spins fluctuated from like 2,200 to 2,400, so some really tight numbers. If I drop that strike low, that would be up to 3,000, 3,000 plus, and the flight's just very different, and the drop off of distance is huge. Okay, so quite pleased with that. I'm going to practice a little bit more on that, try and work on that, and hopefully you know, I can get some more consistent results. But you can probably see there, as I first started off, just didn't square the face up. Big right shots there, good strikes, decent delivery, just face way open. And then just as I started to get a feel of that, shot sort of 3 and shot 4, just felt myself trying to square that face up, kept everything else the same, changed the face delivery, and the balls were a lot straighter from the ball flight there. Okay, hope you enjoyed that little video there, just taking you through that little process there, a little bit of a rare moment of me practicing. I'm going to carry on hitting some more balls there, because I'm really enjoying those sort of shots there. Okay, thanks so much for watching, guys. Do appreciate you watching the videos. Do follow my social media platforms. All the links are in the description down below. You better be able to see a little bit more of our day-to-day running here down at the academy and what we're doing coaching and fitting wise. So, you know, do hook up, stay in touch in that way. Obviously hit that subscribe button, much appreciated. Hit that bell icon as well so you get notifications, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.